Hello everyone, welcome to Nerd Neuroanatomy. This is Dr. Mantasha and today we are going to learn about cranial nerves in easy way. So cranial nerves which arise from brain or end of brain are called as cranial nerves. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves, out of which 10 pairs arise or end in brainstem and the fourth arise from midbrain. They can be sensory, motor or mixed. If it is sensory nerve, it is going to originate from sense organ and end in the brain stem. If it is motor or mixed nerve, it is going to originate from brain stem and end in the organ. So there are sensory, motor and mixed. So how many? 3 sensory nerves, first, second and eighth. 5 motor nerves, third, fourth, sixth, ninth and 12th, and 4 mixed nerves, 5th, 7th, 9th and 10th. These 12 nerves are olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, which is divided in 3 roots: ophthalmic, maxillary, mandibular, abducen, facial, auditory, glossopharyngeal, vagus, spinal accessory and hypoglossal. To remember them in an easy way, I have a trick: O cube, T square and esophagus. Again, O cube, T square, esophagus. So now we're going to learn their neural control and coordination. We have denoted sensory nerve with pink color. So there are 3 sensory nerve: olfactory, optic and auditory. Motor nerve with blue color: oculomotor, trochlear, abducen, spinal accessory and hypoglossal. And the mixed nerve with green color: trigeminal, facial, glossopharyngeal and vagus. So we have origin, insertion, nature and function. We need to first memorize their name. To memorize them, if you touch your face with your palm, the first organ that will come in contact will be your nose. So the nose, olfactory nerve stands for nose. Its function is smell and it's a sensory nerve. So we have studied before that the sensory nerve originate from the sense organ and end at the brain stem. So it's originated from the olfactory epithelium of our nose and inserted in the olfactory lobe. It's a sensory nerve and its function is smell. Now the second organ which will come in contact will be your eyes. So the optic nerve stand for eyes and its function is vision. It is a sensory nerve. It originated from the retina and inserted in the diencephalon. Now the third nerve we have learned before that third and fourth nerve arise from the midbrain. So the third nerve is a motor nerve, but it arises from the midbrain and at the eye muscle, iris, and its function is movement of the eyeball up and down and sideways especially. Its nature is motor. Fourth is trochlear nerve and it originated from the midbrain and inserted in the eye muscle, oblique eye muscles, and its function is the rotation of the eyeball. It's a motor nerve. So the fifth nerve is trigeminal nerve. It's a mixed nerve and it's originated from the brain stem, medulla oblongata, and inserted in the skin receptors, lip, gum, teeth. So its function will be tactile, touch. It's a mixed nerve, so its function will be motor as well as sensory. So its function is tactile and jaw movement. It's a mixed nerve. Next is abducen. Abducen nerve is a motor nerve and its function is the rotation of eyeball. It originated again from the medulla oblongata, brainstem, and inserted in external rectus muscle of the eye. The external rectus muscle of the eye is responsible for the rotation of eyeball movement. It's a motor nerve, so its function will be rotation of eyeball. Next is facial nerve. Facial nerve is also a mixed nerve. It originated from the medulla oblongata and at the taste buds, muscle of the face, neck and salivary gland. It's a mixed nerve and its function will be tasting of food, saliva, saliva formation, movement of neck, facial expression. Next is auditory nerve. So we have 3 sensory nerve: olfactory, optic and auditory. Auditory stands for ears. um, its function will be hearing and equilibrium. It originated from the internal ear and inserted at the medulla oblongata. It's a sensory nerve. Now again we have mixed nerve, which is glossopharyngeal. It originated from the medulla and inserted at the taste buds and anterior 1/3 muscle of the pharynx. It's a mixed nerve. It is responsible for functions. Um its functions are tasting of food and swallowing. Now vagus nerve is also a mixed nerve. It's originated from medulla oblongata. It's sensory branch inserted in the visceral organ, and the motor branch inserted in the muscle of heart, lung and kidney. It's a mixed nerve, so its function will be visceral function. Now we have a spinal accessory nerve. 11th is a spinal accessory. A spinal accessory nerve is also a motor nerve. It originated from medulla oblongata and inserted in larynx, pharynx, neck muscles, and its function will be movement of neck, larynx, pharynx, and shoulder movement. So it's a motor nerve, so its function will be movement of neck, larynx, pharynx and shoulder movement. Hypoglossal muscle. So hypoglossal muscle is also a motor nerve, and it's originated from medulla oblongata and inserted in a hypoglossal muscle of tongue. So its function will be tongue movement. It's a motor nerve. So it's the easiest way to learn the cranial nerves. First we need to memorize the functions, and then we will memorize the origin and insertion. If we remember the function and characteristic of the nerve, we will easily characterize and differentiate which nerve is sensory, which is motor, with the help of the functions and its nature. Thank you everyone. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe and comment below.